Welcome back and thank you for staying with us. Now, the bail application for Dr. Nandipha Magudumana and her co-accused has been postponed to the 11th and 12th of May. Let's take you live now to the Bloemfontein Magistrates Court, where we find senior reporter Silindelo Masikane, who is following developments and proceedings inside court. Slee, so why exactly is the state saying that it's not ready? Because I kept hearing the defense repeating that the postponement to the 11th and 12th is not their fault.
Because what we're seeing transpiring with this matter is that you never know when we're going to get a new set of arrests in this matter. Now, the latest development, you would remember that on Monday, a statement was released by the SAPS saying that they had instituted more arrests, 2 more arrests in connection with the escape saga. Those 2 arrests, you understand, are, of course, 2 former G4S employees who used to work at the prison, and we understand their involvement is that they were in the control room on the day of the escape, which of course is a year to this day. So the state then told the magistrate that, listen, the issue right now is that we need to now gather more information after joining the 2 latest arrests to this case. They need to now gather more information because those 2 have also indicated that they also want to apply for bail. And so in order to be able to proceed with the bail applications, then they would just need a little bit more time to get their ducks in a row in terms of the facts around the charges, of course, around them, and whether the state itself would be opposing bail with regards to the latest arrest. So the state then had said that they seem to have had an agreement with the defense with regards to possible dates, but that they actually then couldn't come to an agreement, and that is because the state in particular could not make it on the 10th of May, and said that he would only be able to come to court on the 11th and the 12th. And the defense then went on to say that, look, this matter of bail is an urgent matter. And as such, the state needs to be able to make, some kind of arrangement to be able to come to court on the 10th, but also to extend the period for these applications, because we can all foresee that in particular 2 to 3 days doesn't look like it's going to be enough time to hear all 6 bail applications at this point. So we had a number of submissions made to the magistrate from all of the attorneys representing the accused. Let's just perhaps take a listen to Dr. Nandipha's lawyer with regards to his submissions, an objection with regards to the state not being able to accede to the proposal of the 10th of May. However, of course, we know that the magistrate then ruled that the interest of justice then permitted that he perhaps postpone the matter rather to the 11th and the 12th of May, so that the states may be able to proceed with these bail applications. Let's take a listen.
With regard to postponement, we have reached a consensus, but the problem are the dates. So the state is saying 2 days, and we are saying 2 days is not enough. We want 3 days. And we have given reasons for that. And we are saying we are not the cause for the postponement. And for that reason, we request the court to look at this matter and put some sense of urgency in that bail application by its nature is an urgent application. Thank you.
Thank you.
And Slee, just very quickly, just tell us about Nandipha Magudumana's demeanor today, a very different person to that one that's been hiding ever since she landed.
Certainly so. It was the first time you've actually seen her come up from the holding cells of the courthouse without a mask, without a hoodie over her head. She looked much calmer, I must say. Some of the journalists were trying to engage her, asking her if she's okay, and she would nod and she would smile. At some point, she turned around to see if there were any family members. I did notice that her sisters did come to court, and so she certainly seemed like a much more different, person, almost as if she's kind of going through the process and has has become accustomed to coming to the dock, and the cameras, a little bit more comfortable with the media attention around this case. Perhaps it's because there's more people in the dock with her, but certainly a much more calmer, much more, she just seemed more at peace, I guess, with the situation, and didn't seem quite as closed off as she had been in the previous occasions, where she was, of course, trying to hide herself with the mask as well as the hoodie. So for the first time in court today, we got to see her in the dock without all of the covering that she had in previous occasions. So at this point, of course, we've got more accused in the dock. It's going to be quite interesting to see whether we're going to see any more arrests within the next couple of days before the bail applications.
And I mean, there were 2 new arrests on Monday, so you're quite right with that suspicion. Silindelo Masikane, our senior reporter outside the Bloemfontein Magistrates Court.